Are you worried that anybody at all can guess your password and have access to any documents that you have out there? Well, in this video, I'm going to teach you how to generate a very secured password which is as well memorable. Hi, I'm Ehoni Obed, co-founder and coordinating director of J Student Wallet. If you are new here or you are yet to subscribe to our channel, kindly do so for wonderful tutorials such as this. And also don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified of any new video that we release. Let's move straight to the purpose of today's video. So in this video, as I said earlier, you are going to learn how to generate a secured password for all your documents out there so that nobody can play the guess game on you and easily have access to your document. For the first part, we are going to discuss what characterizes a secure password and also why is it important to have a secured password. So when we talk about a password that is secured, it has four main characteristics, and always any password at all that you set on any document on your computer or anywhere at all where you need a password, make sure that your password conforms to these four characteristics. So let's look at the four characteristics that makes a password secured. The first part is that for any password to be secured, it has to have at least 8 characters. When we say characters, we mean any symbol or alphabetical representation in your password. So anything at all that forms part of your password, you should have a password length of not less than 8 in order for it to be secured. So those of you who are using passwords like 1, 2, 3, 4, it is highly insecure because in the first place with the first rule, you have failed. You have only 4 characters. So think about your password once again. If your password is anything less than 8 characters, then you want to look into it and make changes to it. The second characteristic of a secure password is that a password must contain a number, that is a numerical value. So now you've established that you need 8 letters long password or 8 characters long password, and this character should also comprise of numerical values. The third one is that it should contain what we call capital letters. So for the three that I've talked about so far, I mean you need at least 8 characters. At least 8 characters that you select should contain a numerical value, and it should also contain a capital letter. The last part is that it should contain what we call a special character. So let me just put it all together. Putting it all together, we will say that a secured password is one that has at least 8 characters and it contains a capital letter as well as a numerical value and a special character. When you talk about a special character, it refers to any of the other characters apart from the numerical value and the alphabetical letters on your keyboard. So something like a full stop is a special character. Something like the symbol art is also a special character. So you want to use a combination of all these. But why is it important? The main reason why it is important for you to get a secured password is that many people can play the guess game on any password at all, and if your password is not secure, they can easily hack whatever you are trying to protect. The main reason why we keep using passwords is to protect documents or anything that we use a password for from people intruding into our privacies or secrets that we are trying to keep. For instance, you put a password on your computer because you don't want any external person having access to your computer, probably because of the information you have on your computer. And on the other hand too, when somebody takes your PC without your knowledge, they can't have access to whatever is in it. For this reason, you want to set a very secured password to your computer and any other document that you want to protect. My guess is that you may be using a particular keyboard combination right now that is way easier for people to guess than you can even imagine. You might not have thought of it, but there are people who have actually sat down to study how to hack easy passwords, and they have come up with a lot of rules concerning how to hack or how to get access to these documents being protected by unsecured password. So if you happen to have any of these passwords and any of these people get access to the document you're trying to protect, only God knows how far they can go to enter that document or have access to the data inside that document. So it is expedient for you today to learn how to generate very secured password, and I'm going to walk you through how to come by one. As I've mentioned, that one of the characters happens to be having at least 8 characters. It means that whenever you are choosing a secured password, the first thing that you have to look at is how long is the password that I'm choosing. So to be able to help you to choose a password that is very secured and very memorable, I need you to form a particular sentence that is made up of at least 8 words. A sentence, find a favorite sentence of yours that is made up of at least 8 words, and we are going to generate a password which is very secured from this sentence. So let me give you an example of a sentence that we are going to use to practice in this video. So for the example, we are going to use the sentence, I can't go to school for 6 years again. I can't go to school for 6 years again. So this particular sentence is one that I can easily recall anytime, and also has a number of words more than the minimum of 8 words that I mentioned. So how do we go about it once we've gotten our sentence? So I hope you have also picked a sentence. Pick a sentence that you can easily remember, because we need our password to be memorable. So remember, pick a sentence that you can easily remember. Alright, for simplicity's sake, we are going to stick to the first letters of each of these words to make up the password. That is not all. We will still dive deeper into it, but for now I want you to look at the first letters of this sentence. So while you will need to be able to remember the sentence any point in time, then as you are able to recall the sentence, I need you to pick out the first letters of this sentence. So for the one that I have used as an example, the sentence read, I can't go to school for 6 years again. Can you guess what the first letters are? Put them together. I can't go to school for 6 years again. So to get the first letters, if you take I, that is 1, then can, meaning we are going to use C, go, G, 2. Okay, for now let's use T, then school, S, 4, F, 6, S, yes, Y, again, A. I hope you got that. So I, C, G, T, S, F, S, Y, A. So this is what we are trying to work with right now. Using this one alone is even difficult for somebody to guess, but we want to make it more secured by adding the other characteristics that we talked about. Now we need to incorporate numerical values into the password that we have generated. How do we go about that? In order to incorporate numerical values into the sentence or the password that you have generated, we can look out for either values or words that represent values, or words that can be represented with numerical numbers. So for instance, in the sentence that we chose, I can't go to school for 6 years again, we hear the word 6 inside. So 6 here can be represented by its numerical value, which is 6. Then also we said I can't go to. So the word 2 can also be represented by a number which is 2. So you can also change that one to 2. Then 4, 6 years, 4, meaning you can also change the 4 to 4. It doesn't always have to be the numerical value, but once you have a numerical representation that is understandable to you, that you can always remember, then you can do the replacement in that sense. So the password that I've gotten now is ICG2S46YA. ICG2S46YA. It may look complex, but I can easily remember this by just recalling the sentence, I can't go to school for 6 years again. Simple as that. Yet the password isn't safe or as secured as we want it now. The next thing we want to consider is to add capital letters. Ensure that we have capital letters in the password that we have generated. So for capital letters, commonly I want you to look out for any proper noun in the sentence that you have made. If any, then make that one a capital letter, as in make the first letter of the proper noun a capital letter, because obviously when you're writing that sentence, any proper noun inside will bear a capital letter as its first letter. However, if your sentence does not contain a capital letter, then this is what I suggest you do. You either use the first word, or in the sentence that you have chosen, you look at the first word and make the first letter a capital letter, or the middle word and make its first letter the capital letter, or the last word in your sentence and make its first letter a capital letter. This makes it way easier to remember. So if you are unfortunate to pick a sentence that does not contain a proper noun, then you should be looking at either your first, the middle, or the last word and make at least one of them a capital letter. So for instance, in the example that we chose, I can't go to school for 6 years again, we are going to make the very first letter I capital and move from there. So we have capital I, CG2S46YA. That is the combination that we have as at now. The last thing to consider is to include a special character. Alright, so in order to incorporate any special character, you have to be creative by yourself. So for instance, we look at various words that you have in there and probably find a special character on your keyboard that is a good representation of that word. For example, if I have the word Y in my sentence, then I could probably change Y to a question mark, because question marks usually gives the impression of Y. If I have at, then I could use the at symbol and several others. So on this note, I have a link to a PDF that I detail all of these inside to help you, every one of them and the examples that we've made. So kindly click on it and download it for your own use so that it will help you make or come up with your own secured password. In my example, to get a special character, I looked at the sentence that I have and I realized that I have the word can't, CAN''T inside. So instead of using the can't, I want to introduce the apostrophe in the word can't into my password to make it secure. Who will guess that there is an apostrophe in the password I have generated? This makes the password very secure and probably nobody can hack it unless I give them access to this particular password. So the final password that I have is capital I, C''G2S46YA. Just by a look at the password that we have generated, it may seem complex, but the fact is you can easily recall your password by recalling the sentence that you came up with and also knowing how you came by them. using the rules that we have established here. That is why it's important for you to download these documents and also check it and let it help you devise your own. So for my own, using the sentence, I can't go to school for 6 years again. That is all I need to remember, because I can easily pick my password from this. So anytime I even forget my password at all, I can easily remember the statement, I can't go to school for 6 years again. And I pick my password from there. Even though it may seem complex, the password is simply I, that is capital I, can't. So C, then apostrophe, go, G, 2, the number 2, school, S, then to school 4. So the number 4, 6. So number 6, yes, small letter Y, again, small letter A. As simple as that. So this is how to arrive at a very secured password for your own use. Don't forget once again to subscribe to this channel for more of these tutorials, and also share this with your colleagues out there so that they will also learn how to generate secure passwords. The time that we use simple keyboard combinations like 1 2 3 4 5 as password, or QWERTY. I know somebody is probably using his first name plus 1 2 3. So if you are called John 1 2 3, this era is over. Anybody at all can hack these passwords that you use. So stick to the formula, the simple formula that I've given you in this video, and make a secured password for yourself. If you enjoyed this video, give the video a thumbs up, and also if you are yet to subscribe, once again subscribe to this channel for more of these. Thank you, and see you in the next video. Bye.